Welcome back. We had a debacle, so we had to go live again. But we back. We back on the motherfucking air. Live. Gonna try to get the people in here. Before everybody can get in here, I'm gonna give people a little time. And I'm gonna drop that thing. For everybody that was hot on the weekend. You know you was hot this weekend for Labor Day. I seen y'all out there with them little ass shorts on and shit looking good as a motherfucker. I seen the men drunk as a mother. I even seen my Hispanic friends about to fall off the motherfucking back of the truck. Cause that motherfucking beer and mojito was so good. It was a beautiful weekend. Welcome back to the show. Be back in a minute. Come on up in here live. You can call in on the air and talk and chat with me and discuss these topics that I'm about to bring to you. 504-595-7519. Drop that thing. Be back in a minute. Jack. Pop that thing. Drop that thing. Pop that thing. Drop that thing. Pop that thing. Drop that thing. Now take a dip. She can get low. She can get high. She's so sexy. She's so fly. Working her hips. Rocking her body. Them other girls lame. She can get naughty. Work it, girl. Twerk it, girl. Stop flirting, girl. Why you do it on purpose, girl? All up in the club, the paparazzi. Valet, please, for the Maserati. VIP is where she be, but you can never take her to the embassy suites. Pop that thing. Drop that thing. Pop that thing. Drop that thing. Pop that thing. Drop that thing. Rock your hair now take a dip. Tight mini skirt with the 7-inch heels. Got her own car with a house in the hills. She don't need a man cause she pay her own bills, but she'll get loose if you got that kill. She love a real dude with a nice attitude, who gon' give it to her strong with a long attitude. She love the way I drop that top and spin around the block. She'll drop and pop. I'm all in a dream. She see me every night, especially when her and a man had a fight. Her and a couple lover, my down to earth brother. I'm one of a kind, she'll never find another. I told her to pop that thing. Drop that thing. Pop that thing. Drop that thing. Pop that thing. Drop that thing. Rock your hips. Now take the dip. It's all in the hips, in the way she move. All in her soul, in the way she grooves. She all on her toes with a face full of dudes. With a teacher uniform like she just left school. Mommy so fine, make you wine and dine. Get out on the grind, make you hustle and shine. See, I'm the type of dude that like to cop them things. And she the type of girl that like to pop that thing. So gon' drop that thing. Pop that thing. And don't you never stop that thing until you end up on top of the game. Pop that thing. Drop that thing. Pop that thing. Drop that thing. Pop that thing. Drop that thing. Rock your hips now take a dip. Pop that thing. Drop that thing. Pop that thing. Drop that thing. Pop that thing. Drop that thing. Rock your hips now take a dip. Welcome back. We live, Jack. And over the weekend, I found an interesting story. Oh, man, somebody just shit it in the air. Mid-fucking flight, they took off. We live on the air. You want to discuss, you got some input that you want to say about what I'm talking about right now, then you can call in at 504-595-7519. Don't be on the speakerphone, because it's going to mess up your connection. Delta Airlines, explosive, diarrhea, diverts Delta flight. I done heard it all. Motherfucker shitted on the flight.
A Delta passenger sprayed diarrhea everywhere aboard a mid-air flight, forcing the plane to turn around and go back to the airport to deal. The holy shit moment occurred Friday as the Delta flight was headed to Barcelona, Spain, after taking off from Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport in Georgia. While the jet was over Virginia, the passenger's gastrointestinal issues exploded out in the open. Did you hear that shit? While up in the air, the passengers' gastrointestinal issues exploded. Their asshole exploded in the middle of the air. God damn. I know that's a fucked up situation to be in. To be on a flight and somebody's shit and you stuck and you trapped. That's like being stuck in the bathroom with a pile of shit on the floor. Oh man, that's fucking disgusting. I mean, it's a smell that'll make you throw up and vomit. Now that's getting inside your stomach for real. I get inside your stomach with laughter. But that's getting inside somebody's stomach with sickness and filth. I know that person who shitted in the air on that plane will never want to fly on a plane again in their life. You made history. You went into the Guinness Book of World Records of being a disaster on a plane flight. Shitted in the air. Now, giving everyone on board a front row seat to the disgusting aftermath, the flight captain radioed air traffic control to report the incident. And he seemed pretty calm under the circumstances. You can hear him on the recording say, it's just a biohazard issue. We had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want us to come back to Atlanta. Now, the people on the flight were horrified, and they complained about this shit on social media. One person said, my partner was on that flight, and it was pretty bad. It was dribbling down the aisle. God damn, I heard it. Dribbling down the aisle?
Shut up, Meg.
Damn. So you mean to tell me that this motherfucker shitted turds and juices of raindrops? Where this shit was just dripping down, drip, 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 drip. Drips of shit. I know it was just shit smells in different areas of the plane that you couldn't fucking imagine. You probably go to one area and it smelled totally different. And they had a nerve to try to cover this shit up with a vanilla scented disinfectant. Now, you know ain't nothing you can do to cover up a shit smell. Everybody know that. If you ever had a baby and you changed the baby's stinky shit ass pamper, then you know it's nothing you can do to get that smell but change that baby and clean that baby with hot soap and water and baby wipes. So how the fuck you think you gonna spray a vanilla disinfectant? Ah man, they said it smelled like vanilla shit. A third person called it a mess, but praised the pilot for making the right decision to turn around and land. Now, Delta issued a statement saying, our teams worked as quickly and safely as possible to thoroughly clean the airplane and get our customers to their final destination. No word yet on the condition of the passenger. I know it ain't no word on him. This man do not want to be discovered. If you shitted on a plane, particularly Delta Airlines, you know that you all over social media. I guarantee you it's plenty of people took a picture of this shitster. And it would be on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook real soon. Coming soon to your phone. You gonna see who the fuck shitted on Delta Airlines and caused them to turn the whole goddamn plane around because their ass was that fucking funky. God damn. I mean, what did he eat to have his stomach upset like that? Like, that is some historic shit. That a plane is taking off and you just have diarrhea and it shoot out your ass and run down your pant leg and dribble all up and down the aisle. God damn. Ooh-wee. You can't get out of motherfucking getting in yourself in fucked up situation. We had COVID. We couldn't run for COVID. It came into our life and we had to take shots and we had to hibernate and all kind of shit. Almost took us out. Now we got people shitting on the motherfucking plane. Why are we trying to take off? I'm trying to take off and get to where I'm going and enjoy my flight, and all of a sudden I get this funky ass whiff in my nose. Disgusting, filthy motherfucker.
Which gear?
Now, if y'all remember this, they got an actor named Gary Busey. Played in a lot of movies. He's old as a motherfucker now. He lived a long time. To be able to live a long time, that is a motherfucking accomplishment. So don't never count that out. But what he did the other day is what you call being a goddamn fool. He ran into somebody, bumped the lady bumper, and then tried to keep going. Now, Gary Busey played in Hot Boys. If you ever seen that movie Hot Boys by Master P, he was the crooked cop in that motherfucker that was strung out on the cocaine. Which, that's what a lot of police be anyway. They pull people over, lock them up, take the drugs, go home and snort the drugs that they took from them. Then he played in another movie called The Edge with Ice-T. He played in a lot of movies. I'm just trying to name it. Dr. Doolittle 3, he played in that. Now let's talk about Gary Busey. Now Gary Busey was chased down by a woman who claims he rear-ended her car in Malibu and just beat it. Yeah, California. You know he in Hollywood. That's where he been his whole life. That's how he made his motherfucking name. Shit. If it weren't from Hollywood, we wouldn't know who fucking Gary Busey is.
No. I don't want that.
Now, she got some hardcore receipts in the form of video. The woman said she was driving down PCH Wednesday and Busey whipped out of a shopping center, slamming into her back bumper. Rather than pulling over, she said Busey fled the scene. Ain't that a bitch? So she went into hot pursuit, followed him. Now, I did that before. I done did that before too. Now, I just want to let y'all know out there in the world, don't do that. Don't chase nobody if they hit you in your car. With all these guns going around these motherfucking days, you would have to pull an assassination. They might shoot you because you chasing them just trying to get their tag number so you can report these motherfuckers. So you don't have to spend your money and they spend the money for damaging your shit. It's just too dangerous. So if you get hit in an accident, just call your insurance. Don't chase no motherfucker. It ain't safe. Anyway, this lady with big old balls and big heart went into a hot pursuit mode. And that's where she screamed at him, saying that he rear-ended her. Yeah. But he blew her off and kept driving. Yeah, he just kept on driving. He didn't give a fuck what she said. The woman then followed him into a parking lot where she was schooling him on law, telling him, you got to stay put and exchange information. You don't just take off after you hit my shit. Who the fuck you think you is? Guess what he told her? He told the lady, I'm private, and hollered out Progressive Insurance. Yeah. So I guess she basically telling her, write my tag number down, take a picture of it, and just do a report on it. I ain't got time to talk to you. Now, you know what that makes me think? For him to be trying to not stay there for the police, he probably had some of that Tony Montana in the car. Some of that cocaine he had in the car. And by him having that cocaine in the car, that was a real problem. You understand what I'm saying? A real problem. So, based on that, he didn't want the police to pull him over because they might search you. You know, you're in an accident, they want to do a alcohol test on you. He might have been drunk. They want you to, they got to do a sobriety test to make sure that you're not riding around and endangering people's lives in the motherfucking street. So, it was something going on with Gary Busey that day. It was something he had in his possession or something that he was intoxicated on. But he had enough sense to let her know, just call Progressive. Catch me when you see me. You ain't finna get me locked up today about this little bump and scrape, baby. I'm gonna make sure your stuff get taken care of, but it ain't gonna be the way you want it. I ain't going to jail, goddamn. That's what he basically was doing. He did a smart move. I give him credit. But they gonna document it as a hit and run. Now, the lady was, she was just hollering and hollering like she was about to have a motherfucking stroke. Lady, you got insurance. It's going to get taken care of, even if you couldn't find who that was. Now, for you to do that, that's one of them ladies that we call Karens. Crazy fucking Karens. Lady, you could have just simply reported it to your insurance and they took care of it. But you made such a big deal and followed this man. Now, I'm just going to be real. That was an old Caucasian. Used to be Hollywood star that retired. She wouldn't follow one of them young black crazy goddamn young dudes with them guns and shit. Ain't no way. Shit. She'd seen some dreadlocks, she'd turned around and that like the accident ain't never happened. I ain't see nothing. Shit, motherfucker ain't gonna shoot me around this motherfucker. Fuck that shit. Now, she doesn't have a video of it, but you can see the damage on her car in these pictures and shit like it. It ain't no big fat ass dent, but the point is, accident is accident. Somebody fuck your shit up. You want your shit taken care of, whether it's big or small. Now, law enforcement said that the woman filed a hit and run report and detectives will investigate it. By the way, leaving the scene of a car accident that results in property damage or injury is a crime. Now, they reached out to Busey, and Busey said, I don't have no comment for you motherfuckers. What are you reaching out to me for? What the fuck are you reaching out to me for? Like we got something to talk about. That man ain't finna do no motherfucking statement to incriminate himself. See, a lot of stuff people used to get away with a long time ago before this internet came out. They can't get away with it now. You do anything, somebody breaking their phone out, record. So don't be thinking you slick out here. All you want to be slick, non-slick motherfuckers. Y'all remember Lamar Odom? Lamar Odom, that played for the Los Angeles Lakers. That had to leave the league because he was strung out. Him too. The cocaine has took out actors, stars, and athletes. That's why Hollywood will not treat you good if you got the wrong mind frame. You got to get your money and roll. You can't go there and get caught up. Speaking of being caught up, we don't always want to talk about the bad things about that people go through in life. So this is giving Lamar Odom flowers for a man that's been in rehab. Drug use has fucked up a whole lot of part of his life. He has did good things in life by winning championships with Kobe Bryant. Yeah, Lamar Odom, he won a championship with Kobe Bryant. You should know who he is. He was fucking one of the Kardashians. He was one of the Kardashians' victims. He was one of the men that they got a piece of the pie out of. They got a check from him. Now anyway, Lamar Odom is doing good things now, so I got to speak about this. Because we always like to talk about the bad shit that we hear about people doing. This is some good shit. Lamar Odom says, I hired my kids to work for me. Company vacation, one perk. Lamar Odom is keeping it in the family. He hired his son and daughter to work for his substance abuse treatment company. And he treated them to a company getaway. I like that. He is taking a tragedy and turning it into magic. He has taken the problem that he had and he has reversed it and trying to help people that had the same problem that he had. I love this motherfucking story. And this is the shit that we should share and go viral. But y'all make dumb shit go viral. Some shit about a man that made it to the NBA, highly addicted on drugs. Father wasn't around, bounced back, opened up his own substance abuse treatment company and hired his kids, showing his kids that you can redeem yourself in this country of America. You can have a second chance and a third chance. You don't have to quit and give up. This is what this story is about today, listeners. Now, sources close to Lamar says he's focusing on strengthening his bond with his kids. That includes getting his son LJ and daughter Destiny jobs at Odom Recovery Group. Now, Lamar's son is a marketing consultant. And he basically mirroring his dad, man. He learning the ins and the outs so he can be the backup when his dad really, really need him. Now, Lamar's daughter is a client representative. She's responsible for taking down patients' information and making sure they're all set up when they start their recovery journeys. Now, both kids even participated in a commercial for the company, which were aired on Hulu in various locations. So, in recognition for their hard work, Lamar took them to a vacation in Orange County, spending a few nights at an oceanfront property in Newport Beach. Man, beautiful motherfucking thing, man. Especially now, because a lot of the kids that's going to be born into this world now, I'm really fucking praying for y'all. It's going to be hard. It's going to be fucked up. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the fentanyl, the opioids are going to be raising the kids. You're probably saying, what the fuck is Legend of Comic talking about? He didn't shout out on that. When I say the opioids and the fentanyl are going to be raising the kids, meaning these young wild dudes that a lot of these young girls are getting impregnated by are strung out. They meet them at the club on the night where they're able to look like they're not strung out with a decent outfit on the weekend. And then the girl have a one night stand or makes him her future man. She think that this is probably gonna be the man that can be with her in the future. So she leave the club with him. They fuck, they suck, and then he shoot nut out in her. And 9 months later, a baby is brought into this world that's a father has an addiction problem. Not gonna be around. He gonna be somewhere on the corner scratching, about to fall asleep because he's so high on that damn shit. And a lot of young girls, they don't really understand that aspect of it because they not really thinking that deep. You know, it's so they just see that on the outside looking in. And don't get me wrong, it's easy to get tricked like that if you don't pay attention to the signs and be aware of what's going on right now in 2023. It's fucked up right now. You can't just go out like you used to could and just do stuff and do shit and just be like, I'm gonna feel free to just live life, whatever happen. You can't live like that no more. If you live life like that now, with that whatever happened shit, something gonna happen shit. So you got to be prepared. You got to watch out. I mean, I'm not saying that because everybody gonna want to bust nuts. People are gonna want to go out on the weekend and enjoy themselves and meet people and have explosive orgasm. I'm not trying to fuck up your sex life. I'm just saying you're gonna have to wrap it up. You can't go wrong. And you're gonna have to be easy when you go on your job. Because if you go wrong in these days and times like you used to, ain't no telling what kind of representative you're gonna have for your kid. You might be sabotaging the next 18 years of your child because you went to the club and met the wrong guy. You see what I'm saying? Because you went to Bourbon Street and met the wrong guy. Because you went to Beale Street in Memphis and met the wrong guy. You went to the strip in Las Vegas and you met the wrong guy. So be careful. Everything ain't what it seems out here. It's real crucial. It's a beautiful life that we live in, though. One thing about this motherfucking life that we live in, it's a beautiful life. I wouldn't take it back for nothing in the motherfucking world. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I tell you one thing. When people want to get attention, they know what to do. They know how to say some shit that will strike people's fucking imagination and make them say, wow. Now, when this story that I start breaking down to you, if you kind of look at one of these pictures, I mean, people make up so many lies, you kind of don't know if to be confused or to believe it or to be like, wow. But they're saying where Blueface mom went on live and said Chris' son, Rock, is actually Blueface's cousin. And then just because she said that, sometimes people can say stuff and paint a picture in your mind that never would have been in your mind. But just because she said it and I look at the picture of them, they do look like they can probably be brother and sister. But I know that ain't true. They just light-skinned, and light-skinned people sometimes can look similar when they got the same nose features. Blueface's mother has made a bombshell claim suggesting her son and his new baby mama, Christian Rock, are actually related. Although it's hard to tell exactly how. Now, if your mama, I know Blueface mama. Like I said, I would never ever talk about it, disrespect no man's mother. I don't know what's going on with Blueface and his mom, but this is real crazy. I hope that, she just cracking a joke and behind the scenes, Blueface and his mom be like, Mom, look, we can do this online and we can make money. We can make these people on the internet believe whatever because we got a buzz, we got a following. So whatever we put out, they going to try to check into it. I think that's what it is. But I got to still read the story. Blueface's mother has made a bombshell claim suggesting her son and his new baby mama, Christian Rock, are actually related. The rapper's mom, Carlisa Saffold, made the allegation on social media over the weekend, not long after Christian gave birth to her and Blueface's newborn baby boy. She says Blueface and Christian Rock could possibly be cousins. In fact, she totally believes it. Now, She seemed to believe there's a bloodline connection in the surname of Christian Ohm's mother, which is apparently Dorsey. Kalisa says there are Dorseys in her own family as well, but doesn't explain who has their last name in her family. Obviously, she doesn't have their last name, nor does Blue himself. This was a moment, America, for a mother to get in the limelight by using her son's name. I mean, I can't knock it. Do your thing. She didn't say nothing too crazy. If people on the internet will fall for dumb, crazy ass shit, then they deserve to believe it and get tricked. Because you should stop believing everything that you see posted on the internet. You see what I'm saying? You can't do that. Now, moving on, we got a lady and we got a man that's married. And they said husband abandoned his wife during connecting flight for being late. And the internet is taking his side. The internet would take anybody's side. That is the way the internet goes. The internet is basically a survey of people that like you and people that don't. I mean, get used to it. The internet is not here to please you. You're going to have motherfuckers say the crazy and the evilest shit in the world of you. You're going to have some people that say some shit to you that's good as a motherfucker. Oh. It's going to be good and bad. You got to be able to deal with it on the internet. That's what people tend to forget. It's the internet. It's not real. Okay. A man asked the internet if he is the asshole for leaving his wife, who was running late to get Starbucks behind, and then reveals a tragic detail that puts the entire story in a different light. A Redditor has sparked a debate online after he has asked the internet, was he an asshole? Okay, let's get to it. Now, she supposedly went to get Starbucks now, right? At the heart of the post's popularity seems to be a conflict between the Redditor's self-proclaimed punctuality with his wife reportedly go with the flow. And we would get there when we get the attitude when it comes to travel. Damn. So that's the type of shit she doing. So I don't know who's spending the money, but from how it sounds, it look like the husband is spending the money. If you gonna fucking tell me that I could just buy another ticket because you want to go get some fucking coffee from Starbucks, yeah, I'll leave your motherfucking ass too. You got me fucked up. You, as a man, we have to make a stand. And that ain't even got nothing to do with it. If it was the woman and it was a man telling her that it don't matter when we get there, when we get there, and the woman's paying for it, it's the same thing. It's even ground. If somebody is paying for the tickets to go to where we going, and you gonna tell the motherfucker, you basically saying, fuck my money. Damn. And a lot of times, so I know why the internet took his side. They gonna say, well, that's his wife. He still shouldn't have left her. No, you have to teach motherfuckers lessons. And he didn't leave her. I would have just, I guarantee you, he made sure that she had another flight to meet him. But he had to take a stand as a man and let her know, I will not do this sucker ass shit and let you control me and make a dumb ass decision just because you want to have an attitude and miss a flight on purpose. You could get Starbucks coffee when we fucking land. You see what I'm saying? So why would the internet take hard for this shit? Man, we can't continue to be suckers and a woman is wrong. We can't do that. Right is right and wrong is fucking wrong. You see what I'm saying? And now, it just don't make no sense. Now, my wife, 43 years old, and he's 47 years old, have a 21-year-old daughter who goes to college out of state. We would call my wife Meg and my daughter Jess. Now, Jess is in junior college. Over the summer, she was employed by her university and was able to stay in the dorm. After the summer, she was moving out of the dorms and camped into her own apartment off campus. So Meg and I live in PNW. Jess goes to school on the East Coast. We used to go visit Jess a couple of times throughout the semester. So that's what they was doing. They was going to see their daughter That's how this shit brewed. Now, he said, let me start by saying that the traveling with my wife is not a great experience. So that means every time they get ready to go somewhere, she got to act a fool. She really act like she don't want to go or she tired of being married. This is a case of a lady that's fucking tired of being married to this motherfucker. Every little thing he do gets on her fucking nerves. So she just do anything when it comes to them having to spend a lot of quality time. I'm reading through this story. Because if they going to see their child that's in college and they've been together that long, then this should be a loving, happy couple. This should be a intriguing moment. It shouldn't be no pushback behind this. So if she got attitude knowing that y'all going to see y'all child, yeah, she tired of being with you, motherfucker. She like, I'm sick. I've been with this motherfucker 30 years. I'm sick of this shit. That's why I act like this when it's time for us to go somewhere. And let me finish the story. He said, I'm very type A. I like to have everything organized and make sure that we get where we need to be early, especially when traveling. My wife is the opposite. Very go with the flow, and we will get there when we get there. I do my best to meet in the middle, but not when traveling by plane. Now, last year during Parents' Weekend, Meg and I were going to fly out to see Jess. Our flight was at 10 a.m. Our airport isn't huge, but not a tiny airport either. I told my wife that we needed to be at the airport 90 minutes early, and we live about 30 minutes from the airport. This being said, I wanted to leave very latest by 8, since we would also need to park and walk a little bit. Now, see, this man is on top of his game. He's been properly prepared. She just want to do anything. Now, he said, I, of course, got up at 6 to make sure everything was ready and accounted for. Didn't I just tell you this man was on top of his game? I know what I'm talking about. The man got up at 6, 2 hours ahead of time. Check. You see how we be trying to make everything peaceful and smooth. That women, y'all just have to do some crazy shit. Why? Just let us be peaceful and take care of you. Stop trying to bring the animal out of us. She might have wanted some dick. Sometimes when a woman do that, it's time for some fresh dick. She might have been like, I really want him to fuck me before we go see our daughter. He act like he don't know why. But a lot of times women be immature. Even at an older age, instead of just saying, look, honey, come give me this dick before we go take this fucking trip. Now, anyway, she said, my wife does not like to get up early. It took me attempting to wake her up 5 times before she eventually got up at 7:40. Damn. Now, he got up at 6. 5 fucking times. She a piece of work. Then wanted to make coffee, shower, and eat a bowl of cereal. Let's just say we didn't leave the house until 9. Oh, no. She had me fucked up. You got me fucked up, wife. We will have to sit down and get some motherfucking understanding. You doing too much. Like, damn. Now, it ended up being busier at the airport than normal due to many colleges having Parents' Weekend. And it took so long to get through security that we missed our flight. Rightly so, the airline refused to refund our ticket. You see what I'm saying? She fucked up the whole experience of being married and 20-some years later going to see our child that we brought into this world, taking flight, leaving the nest, doing big things. And she did all this. You see how people can spoil and fuck up your motherfucking day? But this man was relentless about letting this happen. He refused to lose this moment. So he said, we were able to get new tickets, but not until the next day, and missed Friday afternoon, Saturday morning with our daughter. Jess was disappointed, to say the least. His daughter was. Fast forward to now, we were flying down for a long weekend to help her move. Now, this leading up to this flight here. So this is painting a picture to show you how people do low down evil shit that sleep with you every night. I know some men listening to this show like, I got a wife like that. I'm sick of the bitch too. I'm ready to leave this motherfucker. I thought I was the only one going through this and getting treated like this. No, you're not, man. You're not. Now, fast forward to now, like he said, flying down for a long weekend to help her move. They took one flight from a town to a bigger town nearby. Then they got to their daughter's college town. Now, it was a long morning of pushing his wife to get her to move along due to the last airport mishap. So he wanted to make sure that they needed to leave extra early not to miss the flight again, right? Now, they got there on time with a bit of time to spare. And he said his wife was annoyed, kept going on about how they just have to sit and wait for 45 minutes. Yeah, she tired of him. Leave the bitch. Leave this bitch. She is not your wife. She is not the woman for you. That's why I can say bitch. Whoever listening to get mad. If you're not a bitch, it don't apply to you. But we have bitches out here. Shit. We got some men that's bitches. I ain't just talking about women. But yeah, leave the bitch. Damn. She complain about anything because she not happy with you, man. When a woman complain about, when a man or a woman complain about every single thing when they're around you all the time, they not happy with you. Now, we took our very first flight and landed in the connecting city at a much larger airport, he said. And they had a 1 hour layover. They got off the plane at 9:15. The next plane started at 9:40. They had to take multiple rails to get from where they landed to the terminal. So when they got to the terminal, they had 15 minutes until the plane was set to board. Now his wife told him she wanted to get some coffee. There was a little market next to the terminal that sold hot food and coffee. And he asked if she wanted me to grab it for her. He basically asked his wife, baby, you want me to go get the coffee for you? Guess what she said? Nah, I want Starbucks. He said, well, damn, Starbucks is a whole nother rail ride away and a walk. And he told her, we can't do that. We don't have enough time. She told him that we have enough time. And if she wouldn't go, she would go by herself. Let me take a sip of this tea. This bitch is a piece of work. Told her husband. Now, if you notice through this story that I'm reading you, she has been causing controversy and problems every time they have to do any activity together as a team. That is proof, 100% sign she is not happy. She really want him to go so she can fuck her side nigga. Yeah, I'm just busting her out. She got a dude that she wanted to stay and get that dick with. That would have been perfect timing with nobody knowing what's going on. So she was trying to put him in a position to do that. Now, why would you want to go a whole nother rail ride and walk knowing that you only got 15, 20 minutes before the plane leave? Like, that just don't make no sense. This is obvious that this lady did not want to go. Now, he said he tried to discourage her. Now, this is the case of a man that's really, really loving this lady and trying his best. Even though the signs and the red flags is right in his face that she don't want him no more. He trying his best to keep the marriage going. Now, she walked away at a fast walking pace and told him that she would be back in time. The 15 minutes went by and he said she was nowhere to be seen. Exactly. Because that's what the fuck she was trying to do. He said he called the phone. She didn't answer. I told you she was talking to the side nigga like, look, he gonna go ahead and leave. I'm doing everything I can to make him mad. That's what women do when they want to go out and do something and cheat and fuck with another man, fellas. If you ain't did nothing at all and all of a sudden your woman just keep trying to do everything to make you mad and create and start argument, she's trying to go jump on the other dick. I'm giving you the game. Sit back and be quiet and just watch her. If she see it ain't working, that you're not getting mad, and watch how extra mad she get. And you going to know that this ain't the woman for you. I'm going to save a lot of you men's time and pain and suffering by listening to Legend the Comic Show. Because I'm going to wake you up on the stuff that people are doing out here. I'm going to wake you women up too. But I got to wake my man up today. Now, he's saying a panic. He called his wife 3 times. Finally, on the last call, she answered and said she was on her way. It was a long line, and she had to wait a bit. He said he told her they were almost done with boarding, and she needed to hurry up. He waited by the gate, but the attendant said they would need to shut the gate in 2 minutes. He waited and waited, and she didn't show up. The attendant asked if he wanted to board. Otherwise, he was closing the gate. He said he pleaded with the attendant to wait a couple of minutes, but she couldn't. So he said, fuck this shit. I got on the plane. And then he said a few minutes later after he got on the plane, his wife called him saying the attendant wouldn't let her on. They had already removed the boarding ramp, and she told me I needed to tell them to let me off the plane to be with her. And I said, no, it's not fair to do this again to Jess. I said, I told you we didn't have time, but you decided to go anyway. He told her to go purchase a new ticket for the next flight and would see her when she arrived. God damn. Now look, when she got to the jet school, she seemed to be unbothered by the whole situation and didn't even want to talk about it. Now she realized that, this was her fault. She just wanted to just ignore the shit is what she was trying to do. She knew this was her motherfucking fault. Now, they're in a new home and hasn't talked since the trip. That was a week ago. And she said she's insisting that the man is an asshole. How the fuck you gonna do all that bullshit and insist a motherfucker is an asshole? Motherfuckers are a piece of work, ain't it? But you know what this come from? This man has been spoiling this lady. He has been spoiling her. And that's why she feel like that she can do what the fuck she want to do when she do it and ain't no problem. It's just like a child. When you spoil a child and let them do whatever the fuck they want to do for a long ass time, when they get grown, they gonna feel like they obligated. As they get older, they gonna have no respect. When you start trying to tell them the right way to do things, they gonna think that you have lost your fucking mind. Because you have built a tradition of letting them run shit. They run you. So you can't try to come after years later and think it's going to be an automatic turnaround. And you can change it. I'm not telling you to settle for it and let it keep going on. But yeah, with this situation with this man and this woman, the only way he would stay with this woman is to let her keep running shit. And keep kissing her ass and letting her keep doing whatever the fuck she want to do. If he make a stand, this lady is not going to stay with him. You know why? Because she don't want to be there any motherfucking way. She's not really there now. She's just there physically. She checked out mentally a while ago. I'm reading the story. The lady is there body-wise. Her spirit is gone. You just tuned into another motherfucking episode of Legend The Coming. And today I was in your stomach. In a good way. With laughter, entertainment, news, information. Somebody shitted. Mid-flight, diarrhea on airline flight today. Gary Busey hit a motherfucker and ran in Malibu. Lamar Odom opened up a substance abuse company and put his kids in charge and took them on vacation for working so hard. We talking about giving people flowers that was having addiction problems and that ain't uplifting people. That's what we talking about. The land of the free, we can be all we can be. Do something with yourself. Do something with your life. You just might be somebody one day, nigga.